Welcome back to the deep dive. So you've handed us a stack of sources on this Eleganse LED mask. It's being heavily promoted online, promising, and I think this is the key phrase, spa-level skin treatments.
Yeah.
So our mission today really is to be detectives. We're going to start with the science, the foundation, and then follow the marketing and the money to see where where they break down for the consumer.
Before we get into any of that, I have to state our critical reminder. This is educational commentary and not medical advice. We're just analyzing the claims. Okay, so let's start with what's actually real here. The core idea, LED light therapy, is not fake science. It's a researched concept.
Right.
Certain wavelengths of light are genuinely studied for, potential cosmetic benefits.
So tell us about the specific lights, because that's the context we need. What are they actually supposed to be doing?
The two main players here are red and blue light. And the mechanism is pretty fascinating, actually. Ongoing research suggests red light targets the mitochondria in your skin cells.
The powerhouses of the cell.
Exactly. It gives them a little boost to produce more ATP, which might aid in, say, limited collagen synthesis and reducing inflammation. Blue light is different. It's usually studied for its ability to manage the specific bacteria involved in breakouts.
Okay, so the science is sound in theory, but the big question is whether the device is sound. The marketing for this mask is, well, it's aggressive. It promises to fix wrinkles, uneven skin tone, all with just, 10 to 20 minutes a few times a week? And this is where the transparency part of our analysis really kicks in. The website uses some very powerful language, things like dermatologist recommended.
And that's a classic.
Yeah.
A classic marketing shield.
How so?
Well, you can say dermatologist recommended without actually naming a doctor or citing a study. It creates this aura of authority, but without any real proof.
So no actual evidence.
Our sources found a complete lack of verifiable certifications, and more importantly, no published clinical trial data for this specific device.
So if the basic science can work, why do so many consumer experiences fall short of those dramatic before and after photos? Is it the light, the intensity? What is it?
It's usually the intensity. You have to understand the difference between a consumer-grade device and clinic-grade equipment.
Right.
The promises are often exaggerated because the tech specs just don't support them. A key difference is the energy density, the joules per square centimeter. A clinical device might deliver 50 times the light intensity of one of these masks.
Which are limited for safety reasons, I assume. Heat, eye exposure.
Exactly. So any real improvements you might see from an at-home device are likely to be subtle and very gradual, not age-reversing.
Okay, so if the results are subtle, that brings us to the price. It's not a cheap device, and this moves us away from the science and more into the business model itself. The sources we have point to some real concerns. Independent feedback mentions getting low quality, sometimes unbranded devices, and major shipping delays. We also found that very similar-looking masks are all over wholesale sites for a fraction of the price. This really suggests a drop shipping model.
Which means they likely never even hold the inventory themselves. They're a middleman, despite maybe having a polished UK or European-style brand front.
And what does that mean for you, the consumer?
It has real consequences for quality control and support. If you get a faulty device, customers report it's incredibly difficult to get a refund. Sometimes you're told you have to pay for expensive international shipping to send it back.
All the way back to somewhere like China in some cases.
Right, which makes the whole process so expensive it's not even worth it.
So let's tie this all together. What this deep dive shows is a product that takes a real scientific concept, LED therapy, but then wraps it in some seriously exaggerated promises and vague claims of authority.
And uses a business model that introduces a lot of risk for the buyer.
Yeah, the core risk for you is whether the quality, the effectiveness, and the customer support actually match the premium price you're being asked to pay.
And that leaves you with a final thought to consider. When you're looking at any of these health-related products online, the real measure of a claim isn't the authority it quotes. It's the transparent published data that backs it up. So the question for you is, what standard of evidence should you demand before you commit to a purchase?